Hello, food lovers! Today we're tackling mackerel, a fish that's not only delicious but also incredibly nutritious. This delicious fish is packed with flavor and omega-3 fatty acids, making it a healthy choice for any meal. Learning to fillet it yourself is easy and rewarding. Not only will you save money, but you'll also get the freshest fillets possible. Imagine serving up fresh, homemade mackerel meals that will impress your family and friends. Filleting might seem tricky at first, but don't worry. With a little practice, you'll get the hang of it. We'll break it down into a few simple steps so you'll be a pro in no time. First, make sure you have a sharp knife. A dull knife can make the process more difficult and less safe. Next, make a cut behind the gills and along the backbone. This will help you remove the fillet cleanly. Then, carefully slide the knife under the fillet, separating it from the bones. Take your time to ensure you get as much meat as possible. Finally, remove any remaining bones with tweezers and your fillet is ready to cook. Get ready to impress yourself and your taste buds with your homemade mackerel dishes. Happy cooking! Before we begin, let's gather our tools. You'll need a sharp filleting knife. A cutting board is essential too. Gloves are optional but recommended for a firmer grip. Make sure your work area is clean and tidy. Good hygiene is important when working with any kind of food. Now that we're all set, let's move on to the fun part. Place your mackerel on the cutting board. Make sure you have a sharp filleting knife ready, as a dull knife can make the process more difficult and less precise. Make sure it's lying flat on its side. This position will give you the best angle to make clean, precise cuts. Now, locate the gills near the head of the fish. The gills are a key landmark for making your initial cut. Cut behind the gills, slicing down to the backbone. This cut should be firm but controlled, ensuring you don't damage the flesh. With your knife tip against the backbone, slide it along towards the tail. This motion should be smooth and steady, following the natural curve of the fish. Keep the knife flat against the bone to remove as much flesh as possible. This technique helps maximize the amount of meat you get from the fish. Once you reach the tail, gently lift the fillet away from the bones. Be careful not to tear the flesh as you separate it from the skeleton. After removing the fillet, check for any remaining pin bones. Use a pair of tweezers to carefully pull them out, ensuring your fillet is bone-free. Rinse the fillet under cold water to remove any residual scales or blood. Pat it dry with a paper towel before cooking or storing. Arrange your fillets on a plate, ready for cooking. Whether you plan to grill, bake, or fry them, your perfectly filleted mackerel is now ready to be transformed into a delicious meal. Filleting a fish like a pro takes practice, but with these steps, you'll be well on your way to mastering this essential culinary skill. Enjoy your perfectly filleted mackerel. Section 4. Tips and tricks for a smooth fillet. Filleting a fish can seem daunting at first, but with the right techniques and a bit of practice, you can achieve smooth, professional results every time. One of the most important steps in filleting a fish is to keep your knife sharp. A sharp knife not only makes clean cuts, but also ensures your safety. Regularly hone your knife with a honing rod, and occasionally sharpen it on a whetstone to maintain its edge. When your knife is sharp, it glides through the fish effortlessly. This not only makes the process quicker, but also helps in preserving the texture and appearance of the fillet. Use smooth, gentle motions to guide the knife through the fish. Avoid sawing or hacking at the fish, as this can damage the flesh and make the fillet look unappealing. Instead, use long, deliberate strokes. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the more confident and skilled you'll become. Don't be discouraged if your first few fillets aren't perfect. Filleting is a skill that improves with time and experience. Keep practicing, and soon you'll notice significant improvements in your technique and the quality of your fillets. Once you've successfully filleted one side of the fish, it's time to flip it over and repeat the process on the other side. Make sure to use the same smooth, gentle motions to ensure a clean cut. To remove the rib bones, gently run your knife along the fillet, separating the bones from the flesh. This step requires a delicate touch, so take your time to ensure all the bones are removed without damaging the fillet. For a boneless fillet, you can skin the fish. This is an optional step but can be very useful, especially if you prefer your fillets without the skin. To skin the fish, simply slide your knife between the skin and flesh, using a gentle sawing motion. Hold the skin taut with one hand while you work the knife with the other. This will help you achieve a smooth, clean separation. By following these tips and tricks, you'll be well on your way to mastering the art of filleting fish. Happy cooking! Section 5. You did it! Congratulations! You've successfully filleted a mackerel. Now you can enjoy this delicious fish in countless ways. Try grilling, baking, or pan-frying your fresh fillets. Remember, the more you practice, the better you'll become. Don't be afraid to experiment and find what works best for you. Happy cooking! If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more informative content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching.